received.
この部屋はすごく安心できますね。有意義な一日になるといいわね、ドクター。
Okay, and we're live. Hey, what's up, guys? James here. Playing with Arknights today. So we're just gonna be going through an Arknights rush this week. Well, I say that, but that's basically just streaming Arknights one more than usual. Because we got some story to continue with, so gonna continue with the story. Let me look at this first though. I think I probably should clear out the store, right? Yeah. By that, Priestess interface has been redesigned. I should have saved that for next week actually, because plots expire. That's my bad. Regardless, I'm probably just gonna end up using those plots on like red sets, so it's alright. Yeah, last time we left off, we're going to explore a space in the ship that we did not before. What is it? That seems to be sealed off, I guess. Anyways, I realized that there's the strategic simulation for each of these, but I think either I'll just do them in my own time or I'll do them later, because there's a lot to go through already, so I don't want to go through it on stream right now. Anyways, let's continue. The only way of discovering the limits of the possible is to venture a little way past them into the impossible. Weakening node, active originium. Ah, shit. Oh, that's the buff tile. Okay. Lock up automail distributor, summon skill cooldown reduced. Yep. That's fine. Painless, right? Yeah.
持久軍第11隊これよりロドスと共に行動する
So yeah, a tip that stainless would be good to distribute turrets around. Specialist, yeah.
あら、狩りの時間?
Never tried to use the Black Crown to access your thoughts before, Doctor.
Alright, Almia.
Thank you.
She looks to the side of the beam of bright, warm light, gently tugging at her hand. She shuts her eyes and slowly lets out a sigh of relief. We're in this together, Almia.
I don't know where this journey of ours will lead us, Doctor, but I'll protect you.
I'll protect you too, Almia. The watchful eye of Civilite Eterna. She gives your brow a light touch. Your memories and emotions flow towards me.
Strange.
They billow so gently as they flow, and the memory's edge is close at hand. What did Teresa see back then? Amia sees you, and Kelsey, and herself, and the many people aboard Rhodes Island. As she walks deeper, the boundary of that one memory comes within reach. Curiosity and concern nearly cause her to forget her mission. She wants to reach out to touch it. Touch upon the start of your memories. Chernobog, the sarcophagus, and you, weakly stretching out your hand. Flashback.
Doctor, take my hand. It looks like there's other memories too. Why are they so blurred?
Yeah. Priestess?
Was...
Oh yeah. Grab a hold of Army. Were you lost?
I don't know. It's the first time I've ever dived so deep into someone else's mind. It's a very odd feeling.
Good thing you pulled it off.
Thankfully, yes. Now I can sense even the faintest of your thoughts.
I can sense yours too.
You sure it's relaxed right now?
I've got nothing to worry about with you around. So, what should we do next?
Hold my hand tight, Doctor. I'll protect you on the road ahead. Teresa told me everything about the role of the king that day. She awaits us at the start of that path.
I get what you're saying, but I cannot provide what you're asking for, as your request violates the underlying logic of DWDB2E. I do have a way to circumvent its limits, Kasu.
Deep dive.
Unfortunately, not even Teresa was able to penetrate this deeply. The risk was far beyond what she could bear. You're not here for answers. Then why are you so insistent on access this data that is useless to you?
I have no way of knowing if there will come a day that Amiya asks you the same question. But I hope that, in the darkness, she will find the way I lit for her. That was Kelsey's answer to me, Amiya. Could I ask you to look through all of Dr. Kelsey's records? I'll be happy to. For every doubt, for every insistence, each and every time she left in disappointment, I'll show it all to you, unreserved. You have dove into the Civilite Eternal before, Amiya. This time, what you seek lies far beyond your limits. It is a place where life on Terra cannot tread, for the time being. But perhaps you will find the chance to touch upon this knowledge that is not yours. Because you have someone that walks alongside you, Doctor. With me? You will quickly understand what I mean, Doctor. Follow me, Amiya. Follow me too.
I can't tell who's speaking, man. Civilization Singularity. A great hallway of pure white circles around the central point that defies comprehension, the Singularity. An unending stream of complex information flows from it. The strands you manage to snatch hold of are still within your understanding. Amiya cannot see the way you entered, but after an interminably long time walking down the corridor, she finds herself back where she started.
You noticed, Amiya. The stagnation of civilization does not mean it stands still. It continues onwards on time's linear flow, unable to turn back. But all that life discovers and creates is doomed to fall into an inextricable cycle. Mathematics, physics, philosophy, theology. These theories and practicalities, among others, cannot inspire hope as they once did. The ascending spiral has failed. Life squanders its future as it stumbles blindly in the dark. So, this is as far as we go? Only as defined by Terra's current knowledge. It serves as a limit, yes, but is also a safeguard. A safeguard?
Some kind of cognitive barrier.
Cognitive?
Like how we can't make sand beasts calculate wave dynamics, even if we gave them all the data and formula. All forcing it would do is hurt their brains.
As keen as an intuition as ever, Doctor.
Not entirely correct. DWDB221E
and lightens life at a steady pace to bring it forward. It does not simply reveal fragments of the future to the seeker to create evolutionary leaps that violate the laws of nature and ethics. Knowledge cannot be unlearned, Amiya. The dreamers who glimpsed the true sky are no longer happy to slumber in ignorance on the ground. Information beyond civilization's cognitive limits will simply blind them to reality, a deadly poison luring them into annihilation's embrace, throwing their civilization into the abyss. Hey gang, what's up? Hey, Priestess, I kneel. And so this boundary was born. Why does it look so much like a prison made from some giant data server? It appears in a form your mind can comprehend, like how DWDB221E appears as a black crown in the material world when accompanying you. How do you abbreviate that? To a minuscule land is an Ouroboros river, forever unable to flow to the sea. But to a celestial body whose lifespan stretches to the trillions, it is a gravitational field that will stay with them their entire life, fathomable, inescapable. You walk towards a section but one step away from the void. The distant singularity at the core calls to you. Information washes past you like gentle waves, showing you glimpses of many fascinating sights. They are fleeting shadows of your past, a life you have lost and forgotten. Stray visions of an unfamiliar era. Be careful, Doctor. Amiya tugs on your hand. We don't know what will happen if you fall off this boundary. Are these what you saw? Our minds are as one. The Iridium slug egg went through the bridge between the stars. So all those stories really did happen.
Iridium slug egg?
When I was really young, I met someone who was incredibly caring. That care was matched with a great weakness, but also a stubborn insistence on carrying me across the road laden with iridium shards.
She talking about us before? I think she is, right? Yeah.
When I was dizzy with fever, yet too scared of nightmares to sleep, a patient voice regaled me with stories I had never heard before. In a dark and cramped cave, difficult to find ore samples were smashed without the slightest hesitation, and the shiny stones were scattered across the walls and used to tell me tales of the stars and a heavenly paradise above the clouds. Would you like to hear one of the stories, Doctor?
I'd be happy to.
There was once someone who drove a mysterious vehicle shaped like a iridium slug egg on their Linsum, who went through the bridge between the stars. On the most quiet of nights, guides would glowing dark clouds from old stars and make round mirrors out of them to light the way. On the other side of the bridge, spires faded in and out of clouds, and the stars wore crowns of flowers. When descending on that crown, you'll see that it's a really big playground, all where lovely little children gather to play. It was hard for the vehicle's driver to stop. The driver changed over to the most miraculous vehicle on hand, and drove it for many years. The years came to an end, and nobody was left. Nobody but the driver.
Do you mean me? Amiya grips your hand tightly.
Yes. Thanks to my infection, it's hard for me to remember much from that time. There's a lot of from those stories I don't understand. But I'll do everything I can to remember every single one of your stories. Because they are my stories. It's tales you told me. I don't want to forget them. I never thought today would be the day I finally get to share your gift with me to you, Doctor. It's time we witnessed it together, you and I. I got to know this past life of yours once more. Thank you, Amiya. Do you long for this kind of life, Doctor?
I don't know. Are we talking about the one in the stories? I think, yeah, the one in the stories? Yeah, sure. I do.
I'm not surprised. I'm very much the same. When I first thought of such wonders, I longed for it too. It's the kind of life I could never truly have for myself.
Hey, Mouse. What's up? How you doing?
I couldn't help myself from sharing them with Teresa, and the two of us would add many wondrous details of our own imagining. Until it changed beyond recognition, flying ever further out of reach. Now that I've had a glimpse with my own eyes, I don't think I'm that far away from your past life. You really believe that one day, this great land would be just as beautiful, Doctor?
It'll be even more beautiful.
It will, and we'll be there to greet it. Its Island will be there to see the light of dawn.
So what next?
Deep dive. The intact data stored within DWDB-221E is decoded by the Singularity and exported in a moderated and suitable format as information.
Hey, Pan. What's up? How are you doing? Beautiful eyes.
However, Amiya on her own will not be able to break through the limits of the baseline logic.
Am I a special case then?
I'm not certain. Well, the possibility is there. But how are we supposed to get closer to information once it's exported? Forgive me, Amiya, but I have no further information on this topic. I will search through the clues Kelsey left behind, and sort anything that may be of use to you, so that it is easier to find.
So we could build a bridge?
A bridge?
Bridge to the Singularity.
Has anyone done something like that before? There is no precedent in the records. It's worth a try, either way. Then you must be aware of the risks. The closer you get to the Singularity, the denser the information will become. You may possibly experience it gaining mass. Information with mass? It is possible here, yes. It is also possible that information not yet fully decoded will flood into your mind and destroy it. And a destroyed mind means
Death.
Don't remind me, Traveler. I'm simply watching yet another bout of a destruction, is all. Irida, that's your name, right? Did you just say my name? I don't know whatever language you're speaking in at all. Also, how did you...
As the Quartus passes by the porthole, she sees the figure out in the darkness of space slowly approach the ship and disappear from her sights.
Who is that? Raider's daughter. Is something wrong? There's not many of us who like her. Sorry, Traveler, I simply can't handle being in the same room as her. If my friends saw this, they'd give me the cold shoulder because of it too.
Who's her?
When the bewildered Quarter snaps out of it, she finds herself the only person in the cabin. Upon foreseeing the arrival of an unwelcome soul, everyone else had made themselves scarce.
Wow.
Then the Quarter sees her. No need to look so amazed. I learned how to communicate using long-distance resonance a while ago. At the very least, before destroying that odd race, I kept the unique language patterns they had evolved. Destroying? Do you detest destruction as well, our newly come guest? I'm not too sure what happened, to be honest.
It's nothing too complicated. My people wants 8 stars to live. Others may hate us for it, but it's simply our survival instinct at work.
But now that past only exists in horror stories passed around the metaphorical campfire. My people are on the brink of extinction. I fear I may be the last of my kind, in fact. We destroy to live, but when true destruction finally bears down upon us, we are powerless in the face of it.
That's a very human line, I guess.
From that point onwards, I have become nothing more than a beggar. With the aid of some geniuses, I have changed the method I use to obtain the energy I need to live.
Disturbing.
It sounds like you've been trying to blend in with the other life forms too. So when you were out in space looking at that dead planet, were you reminiscing about the destruction you experienced?
Reminiscing? Nothing of the sort. What if I told you it's an alien holding a spacesuit, not wearing it? Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, that's its hand, right? That looks like it's holding it. And that looks like its head, but it's not like inside the suit, because that looks like a hole, right? Very disturbing. I mean, it's an alien life form, so, you know, I'm not gonna judge what it looks like.
Everyone here has accepted the ruination chasing us with serenity and hope in their hearts.
It is dabbing. Yes. Yes, it is. You mean one alien that has worn clothes? Stitch?
みんな覚えといてくれ。全員揃って帰ってくるぞ。
誰を餌にするか決まった恐怖は隠せないわ。まだ心の扉を開きたくないの？本気で行くよ。ビクトリアのバグパイプ、波状棒とともに邪悪を壊滅しうるは勇猛さ。
So there's the priestess, okay. Garrus, I don't know.
ご指示を。戦場って本当にご無沙汰な言葉よ。わあ、リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。あまり待たせない。絶望の匂いまでカムフラージュできないわ。今すっごく気分がいいの。あまり待た
That's
せな
where
い。
you're gonna go. Okay. That's fine.
影すら捉えさせない。
形態を変更中。
What the fuck? Oh man, I can't put a turret anywhere. Shit, okay.
私の名はユシロ。
最適な布陣を計算し終わった。準備
I
完了。
misplay.
無数の心が交わる。
I'm still learning how to play monster. A lot of stages only have cutscenes after battle in this chapter, so it's easy to progress. Yeah, okay, that's good.
奏でましょう。
Where are you going? Okay, there, sure.
本当
That
に
is
どう
fine.
しあなたを土に植えるわ。生まれ変わりなさい。耳を澄ませましょう。
I didn't bring Texas.
奏でましょう。夕日にこの音色を捧げましょう。
私の名を知り姿を映してやる。
Priest is literally just spreading the tiles everywhere. What the fuck? Alright.
タップないわね。これ式のことにも私が出張らないといけないの？レバノンとかまたグダグダ言ってるわ。私よここにはいはい。焦らなくていいわよ。全員分ある。奏でましょう。思い切りおた
私を追って影に踏み込んで
本当にどう粗骨より草の根荒れ地は送電となる。
It's like she's just spreading shit around. Can I just like...
誰を餌にすると決まった。
Yeah.
あまり待たせないで。
Okay, so that's what happened. Alright.
レバノンとかまついてないわね。今日の貧乏くじはあんたよ。
You made some progress since the previous stream, unless there was no story for each stage. There was no story for a couple of stages. I think it was like 5 and 6. I did make a bit of progress here. Alien from a sci-fi RPG, don't worry about it. You're funny. It's just really strong. It's really good. The Cordyceps never thought that oncoming doom, especially one pressing down on their neck, could be something to accept it calmly. I could never be so indifferent if I had to live through everyone and everything I love being destroyed. So learned this pretty late, but anything that priestess spawn doesn't count towards the total enemies. Okay. Hey, what's up, Bastian? How you doing? It makes sense, because as a game mechanic, right, you can't really control how many it spawns, I guess, unless it's like a hard limit. I don't know. It's not indifference, but instead a belief that the absolute equality of the universe. It's a shame you arrived just a little bit late. The ship had just encountered a star going supernova several thousand light years away and made a smooth withdrawal. If you see that sight with your own eyes, perhaps you'll understand my meaning. The instruments in the hall begin to spin rapidly, until they are moving too fast for the Cortis to see with the naked eye. Then she sees a multitude of lights and shadows appear and float through the air. I see a giant sphere, emitting a deep, dark red light, and a small indigo dot speeding across its surface. But it seems like it's a big sphere rotating around the blue dot. Like in a Bloodhound event, where the fox box's enemy spawns don't count either. Yeah. The one you call the blue dot is the pulsar that just went supernova I mentioned. The red star, which is gradually being torn apart, is its partner, now doomed to die as well. They once harbored many interesting primitive life forms. I have many fond memories of wandering through the planets of that star system. It is a pity they were snuffed out before they could see the world beyond the sky. Why are you showing this to me? Simply sharing the knowledge we have with you, Trouble. One-sided paranoia and ignorance, from barriers to effective information transfer. I have no knowledge of your history either. The Cortis has barely had the time to comprehend these words, before suddenly, her newly acquired knowledge begins to assault her mind. The land may see life be born twice? These stars fallen from the sky can harbor life of their own. Ruination's end is not despair. Not
special when it comes to the land. A celestial body that can sustain life loves all that live upon it equally, no matter where they hail from. This is a law of nature. Don't be too greedy in lapping up that knowledge you can't fully understand yet. I saw you among all that information. You once had many of your people by your side. Suddenly, the presence. That's what a lot of people call you, right? I am just a wandering presence, true. Like I said, when true destruction bore down on me and my fellows, I was powerless. What exactly is this destruction you keep talking about? I've seen plenty of things here I can only describe as divine acts. What could possibly threaten people like you? I'm afraid that nobody on the ship can answer your question, traveler. In your eyes, we possess knowledge that many life forms in this universe would consider a divine act. But in this boundless cosmos, even we have limits to what we can explore and investigate. Are you disappointed? So there's definitely no eternal kingdom, a paradise where everyone can experience endless joy and happiness? Would you like such a place to exist? The Quadus hesitates for a moment, before nodding. Nothing lives forever. Looking back through the history I know, I've come across legendary civilizations that have conquered countless star systems, spreading across the cosmos for millions of years. But as far as the universe cares, what they left behind was, in the end, utterly insignificant. We once blindly chased after non-existent principles and ideals, in the midst of the golden age beyond recollection. We believed our existences to have a sure purpose. But in the end, any life form born with intelligence insists on declaring itself the center of its world, or whether or not it is right in the universe's eyes. Hey Gemini, what's up? How you doing? From start to finish, we are nothing. That's the first thing you must learn before you understand it. Oh, those are some words, man. If you read this from the perspective of us as humans, those are some words. 3 deep, 5 B. Remember that brilliant supernova you just saw? That tomb, life will be born in you. And there will come a day when those beings will understand what we have carved on our grave. The cinema. The town pipe water just got repaired again. Currently waiting for the water to clear up because it's very murky and not safe for usage. Oh. Hope you guys are handling that alright. That does not sound fun. That we once had lives of our own. That we existed. I don't understand anything that you're saying. How were we born on this land? Was there an even more glorious civilization here before us? Are we going to be wiped out in the foreseeable future? What I really want to know is, all this pain and suffering that Reginium brings with it, can it be eliminated? I beg you, show me the way to the answers I seek. Just the usual macro scale kind of ideology. Yeah, I guess. When it's just spelled out for you like that, it kind of, kind of makes you think. It's like, yeah, can relate to that. I broke 3 times the last day alone. This day it took 6 hours to repair it. What? Sure. Yeah. Can't answer any of your questions. Your first 3 have been asked in a myriad of languages, in a myriad of ways across the universe. Only you can answer them yourself. As for your final question, I'm terribly sorry, but I've never heard of this Originium. I can't find anything related to it in our databases. However, I do know someone rather interesting, who also happens to be the master of this ship. Perhaps she'll be able to solve your riddle. The master of this ship? She's a linguist of wide renown. Her name is Priestess. No time to be lost in your thoughts, Doctor. Grab onto me.
Do you see that, Amiya?
I can't break my focus right now. Weaving together a way to the singularity is incredibly difficult. Even if Teresa were here to help. Do you see something, Doctor?
You see a familiar figure.
Go, Doctor. Go solve your conundrums.
Keep focusing, Amiya.
I will. I'm doing everything I can right now to stabilize the connection points, Doctor. Teresa has marked all the records Dr. Kelsey searched through earlier. I'm trying to link them all together. I still need an anchor point, one that can guide me back. I will keep watch here and serve as your anchor. Press onwards, Amiya.
Pink silken threads begin to gather. The meandering threads interweave and spiral, gradually spreading out from the boundary into the distance. Beyond its walls, the path to the singularity slowly takes shape.
It's working! Iridium arts don't seem to be work here. Applying the logic behind casting them to the information here does.
Can you build the bridge using completely unknown information?
No, this place is full of information I can't analyze. Not even with the help of Civilite Eterna. I wouldn't have been able to make it this way forward alone. Thankfully, Dr. Kelsey's success left records, and with Theresa's help, I can grasp onto her research data. That's more than enough for me.
The pink threads continue to slowly spiral, linking together the many pieces of complex data that Kelsey left her mark on. String by interwoven strings, the path forward gradually forms.
I can tell how you're feeling, Kelsey. By analyzing the emotional matrix I constructed of you without your permission, I see your tenseness is not only because of my sharing an appearance with Teresa. You have something even heavier on your mind. I will try to adjust. I don't want my personal emotional changes to interfere with the objectivity of those who came after me when they query these records. Yet they are still changing, Kelsey. Are you afraid? It's not the most efficient way to build a bridge, but it should hold. I'm going to try to get closer to singularity.
I'll go with you.
Yes, I'm afraid. I'm afraid Amiya and the doctor won't be able to find the information I leave behind. And I'm afraid that if the situation worsens to the point that they are forced to take such extreme measures, the trail I cleared for them would no longer be of use. Or that I might mistakenly lead these seekers of knowledge towards a threat I dare not speak of. No, Doctor. I won't let you. Not before I check its condition myself.
Amiya.
Sorry. I know I'm being stubborn about it, but this is my decision.
Bridge, formed from countless strands of intertwined information, stretches out into the distance to touch upon the singularity. Without the slightest hesitation, Amiya steps onto it, her first step outside the walls of the boundary. Surge.
This feeling. It's like the information has formed some sort of great wave. But why?
The closer you get to the singularity, the denser the information will become.
It really is like Teresa said. The information here has mass. Will most likely find greater resistance the deeper we go.
Come back for now, Amiya.
I can't maintain the stability of the bridge this week. Going this deep has taken a greater toll than I expected. I need to keep going forward, as long as I follow Dr. Kelsey's beacons.
The silver mountains the Tikas left had entered flit by her. The black shadow cast by their firmament plunging into Icefield vanished momentarily.
She sees more scenes fly past her,
as if she was fighting the current of the flow of the river of time.
More and more incomprehensible, indescribable sights assail her mind.
She does her best to block out the unending, chaotic stream of information.
Concentrate, Amiya. Concentrate. Just keep focusing on Dr. Kelsey's beacons. Press onwards. I just need to touch the singularity.
Silence.
Amiya cannot even hear her own breathing. What is this place? That giant sphere is disintegrating?
Looking at the shattered sphere makes her feel dizzy, but there's a bizarrely shaped ship floating in the air that causes an even greater bout of lightheadedness.
What is going on? Why am I seeing...
As she is trapped in her spell of dizziness, a rotating boulder slowly but inexorably hurtles towards her. Its black shadow quickly fills Amiya's vision. She subconsciously tries to defend herself, but is immediately followed by the feeling of freefall. Did she fail? Was it a surge of information? Amiya!
Doctor?
I'm here. Amiya senses a hand supporting her, keeping her thoughts steady by bracing her. I've got you. Sorry I couldn't sit back and do as I was told.
Doctor, thank goodness. That moment just now.
You do your best to support her shaking body as the information wave surging from the singularity continues its assault. The information, so dense it has nearly taken true shape, pushes over your thoughts, leaving behind jumbled after images in the void. It is a past long gone, the present being recorded en masse, and what seems to be the future, foreseeing your next steps. It's a shame that right now, you do not have the energy to spare to pay it any heed. The two of you already made that long trek from the boundary to this point, without even noticing. And now the singularity. Singularity is right in front of you.
Did you see that terrifying scene earlier, Doctor?
I don't know what it means though.
I'm certain it's not something that took place on Terra.
At least it means we're getting closer to singularity. Can you still keep going on me?
Yes. Yes, I can.
You're well aware of the situation you're in right now. Despite knowing it will have minimal effect, you still subconsciously stretch out your arm to try and shield Amiya. The attacks here are focused on your thoughts. I can handle it. I've got a lead on what we're here for. I've run the calcs on Kelsey's access records. You can read the key points from my mind.
Found them. Using Slumber Bridge as a filter, Dr. Kelsey conducted a total of 79,346 searches.
Is that a random ass number?
Though all the searches are related to Iridium, according to your speculation, this data is not strongly related to this essential nature. If the results are restricted and give us nothing, doesn't the trail run cold here?
No. Kelsey retrieved the same entry over and over again. This is in itself some information for us.
A repeated retrieval? Wait, can the infinitely looping code made from the repeat query can't be deciphered too? You already know the answer, Doctor.
Yes, it's a familiar name. Perhaps it's a warning.
I've never heard of this name. Neither you nor Kelsey has ever said it before. Priestess?
It's Priestess.
Doctor, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
I'm afraid so. Priestess. You have never seen this scene before, much less seen. Also, that took some time to refine your design for Priestess. I thought you had gone to take a rest.
No, I've been thinking about your words this whole time. There is no language that can describe God, as the existence of God itself cannot be understood. You know that was just mindless chatter. Suppose I take it as an axiom. With it as my starting point, would creating a language that can describe God mean we have the means to understand it? Does the prospect not excite you? Perhaps, in the pursuit of the answer to this question, you've been going down the wrong path, trying to understand the nature of this universe with its own laws. You want to use a language wholly created by us to interpret the universe. Far too audacious idea, Princess. Is it? Without any further hesitation, she traces out a perfect rhombus in the air. Let's begin, shall we? What are they discussing, Doctor? You have seen this woman before in the assimilated universe. She wants to accompany you. But I have faith, Doctor. When you are truly confused by everything, you will remember. The answers you seek were here all along. I will be here. Good. What's up? How you doing? Afraid they're discussing Originium. Oh man. If this treachery is a decision of conscious participation, what has caused you to fall into the abyss, while elusive hope has led you on the path of your own destruction? Okay, okay. Double blue box? But there's only one red box. But Priestess is a thing, and she's probably going to move enemies to the blue boxes. Ugh. Man, I'm kind of tired. A little bit cold too. Okay. Do I just have to split forces here? Oh man. Anyway, I don't know how Priestess's hand is gonna act. Otherwise I could just like slap Ascalon here and that would control this entire thing probably. Or here. Yeah. Chances are I'm gonna need to double lane hold here. Potato. Let's continue. Scene plays out before you, but no matter how hard you try, you cannot get any closer. Doctor, that person she's talking to, is that you? Can't say for sure. He is. I mean, it's Oracle, right? I don't believe I'll be able to create a language that will allow us to derive the ultimate answer. Not by myself, at least. I stand on the shoulders of giants, after all. From the base I put together with the greatest discoveries of our colleagues' respective fields, I'll continue onwards. Even if nothing will come of it in the end. Of course, it wouldn't be the first time. Does it look like we have anything better to do while we quietly wait for the darkness to swallow us? Besides, I'm sure you won't say no to me, Doctor. So where are you starting your research from? Priestess does not answer, electing to instead look to the faint dawn light peeking over the horizon. The one next to her does not bother her any further. Two of them simply stand aboard the deck. You look at her and subconsciously tell yourself she's pondering something again. Why did you think that all of a sudden? What is it, Doctor? Nothing, I just zoned out. I don't think we'll be finding any important clues here. The information Dr. Kelsey wants isn't here. It's most likely a fragment of history from before Eugenia was born. Based on what I experienced in the simulated universe, at least. Doctor, do you mean what we're seeing right now is because you... It's not all, I'm afraid. And that huge ship floating in the sky, and that giant stratosphere also. Not too sure what relation I have with them. Make it clearer then. Since you're sure this isn't our main target, we should continue onwards.
I know how far I can go today. Hi.
Singularity is right in front of us, but the bridge I built is reaching its limit. The information density here is too high. Pressing onwards is like drowning in a deep river. How are we going to find the information we need in all this chaos?
Allow me. Your thoughts come infinitely close to a singularity, all while the near-physical deluge of information presses down on the two of you. You yourself seem able to adapt to the pressure. You sense a great strain on Amia. You don't have much time. You pull out every keyword Priestess in the assimilated universe said, and quickly connect together every clue left by Makasi. Calculate a new result as quickly as possible, then add a new condition. Continue this cycle until you isolated the information you need. Your thoughts are like diving into an endless ocean of building blocks. What you need to do is not particularly complicated. Find the blocks that are different. Their surfaces finally engraved with the words casted left for you. I never forgot. I think we did it, Amia.
It's all end of the past. But this place and our Rhodes Island are
Completely different.
Dr. Kelsey once said the ship was excavated at Rimbilliton and had to be repaired before it could be used. Just what exactly has Rhodes Island gone through?
I haven't the slightest idea.
Looks like you're in good spirits today. I guess our efforts paid off.
Oh, it's the doctor.
Were you scared, waiting by yourself in the lab?
Good timing then. I'm currently trying to put together a model that reduces the loss of meta information during transmission through special mediums.
Can you try helping me do some calculations?
A construct that twitches and purrs. Okay. That's enough. I terminate your process.
You want to never harm your own core unit, even if an order comes from me or her.
Protect yourself, Armor 10. Survival is an instinct the living are born with. Was Armor 10 Amia? Or was it Kelsey? It's one of the two, right? At least your emotional module is iterating quickly.
Do you understand their language, Doctor?
I don't. Ignore that person and think by the side. What we need is someone else. Somewhere else.
You're right. Since Dr. Kelsey believed we would be able to find the key, she must have anticipated the language barrier. Look at the glass next to that person, Doctor. It's got writing written all over it.
It's Cal. Yeah, okay. Formula.
It's a shame the development of Reginium isn't going very smoothly.
We're venturing into uncharted territory here.
It's hard for others to keep up with us.
I've been engrossed in debate with her more often than not lately. Experimental progress has slowed. Need to worry about us. This model's operational efficiency meets expectations. I'll be able to cross the first hurdle on Originium's development. Alright, Luz sent us a message. It's been a rare breakthrough in this Kerula Arbor, and she'll be able to come visit us again soon. Like you're very fond of her. Amiya, we need to write down those, note down those formulas.
I'm trying.
It's the bridge's stability under attack.
Harry's warned me about this. It's Civilite Eterna's baseline logic trying to eliminate loopholes. Because we're trying to transcribe information from outside the boundary. Doctor, I don't understand what the characters in these formulas mean.
I'm memorizing them as best as I can too. The information of the boundary begins to reorganize. The loophole is being repaired, and the scene you're witnessing begins to rapidly fade away. Foreseen it, commented. This model she and I developed together will succeed. I look forward to the day that language's creation is truly complete. EWDB 220 synchronization is still underway. Know that. Well, I forgot myself, right? Beacon starts to fade away as well. No matter where in this vast universe you came from, bid you to witness the beacons we left behind. The restaurant of civilization now gone to eternal rest. Still be our blessing, and the final gift of hope. You begin to feel like that person is looking right at you. No, see it come to be, Amiya. Amiton. Amiton. I believe it's there. Sleepiness is getting to me.
The formulas are beginning to vanish.
Retreat while we still have the bridge.
But I haven't.
Still have me. A massive attack strikes your thoughts, and you sense yourself falling. The last act of consciousness you remember is keeping Amiya alive as far as possible from the singularity and that familiar figure.
Thank you for bringing Amiya back here. Now, leave.
It is at this moment that the mental link between you and Amiya breaks. Your mind is so exhausted you do not remember anything that happened afterwards. The two of you leave Civilite Eterna. The information erupting from the singularity does not cease, and among the flow there is an insignificant scene that has never been accessed since the day of its recording. In the quiet of space, a ray of light illuminates the field of stars, bringing with it darkness and a despair beyond doubt. When sensors tens of thousands of light years away receive the images of this star field from a distant past, the planets that these stars shed their light upon are already filled with graveyards and ruins, such as light speed. Yeah, light years, yeah. It has come. Did the presence tell you to use those words to defend her? No. She never asked me to do such a thing when she left. And keep your wits about her. Don't let her confuse you. Because if you let down your guard thanks to her charm, she might put you in danger. That's how her people hunt. It's their instinct. As for the person you're looking for, Priestess, the master of the ship. She's doing some important research right now. Afraid her consciousness is shuttling back and forth between various research locations in the starfield. It'll be very hard for you to have a moment with her if she's not willing. Irida, are you so desperate to find her because you want to thank the person who rescued you? Not exactly. I understand that I'm in some fantastical place called the universe, and it's not the afterlife either. I even have a wild guess that my home of terror might be somewhere out there in this universe. The more I know, the more questions I have. I want to ask her. Why am I not dead? Where exactly is my home then? Terror. The goddess looks out through the porthole at the stars in frustration. Perhaps it is because her bishop and the rest of her fellow churchgoers are still praying for her back in her land, but she has no way to respond. She curls up against the wall, allowing the light of the stars to quickly sweep across her face. It turns out you can see time passing by with your own eyes. She has met many people aboard this ship. No matter if they were respected, hooded genius tucked away in the lab, or the wonder of the universe who had survived ruination. The optimism and kindness have dispelled her initial fear, but she knows that she will never truly be one of the crew of this miraculous ship. I miss terror already. Boy, I am really tired.
悪化を積むなかれ。
Maybe I should just call it early and call it a day after this one, eh?
ここっていい景色だ。
Now the stream is really
まだ心の
unusual for
扉を
me,
開
but
きたくないの。
I'm a lot more tired than I thought I would be. Where you going, hand? Where are you going? Huh? What's that? Huh? Wow, okay.
聞いてるけど、あまり待たせない。誰かが気づく前に、あなたの死体を影に沈
You
めて
can
あげる。
find my DP? Damn, alright. It looks like you tanky as fuck too.
波状棒と共に参る。生命を救済しうる慈しみ。 どの戦いも本気で行くよ。
Where are you going? That's not a global tile. That's an enemy. Okay. Great story. I sleep. New mob mechanic. I'll wake. Well, yes.
無数の心が交わるハーモニー。
どうすればいいかくらいわかるわ。
待機中。
影すら捉えさせない。
You son of a bitch! I knew it.
奏でましょう。
取るに足らん処刑だ。立ち会う価値。
本気で行くよ。モンスター座標についた。
Fuck. はい。
聞こえた。堕落に小躍りするグズはどこだ。俺がやる。
餌にするか決まった恐怖が隠せないわ。
取るに足らん処刑だ。立ち会う価値もない。
すぐに解決いたしますよ。
みんなこっち来て。戦場って本当にご無沙汰な言葉よ。
私の名は私を追って影に踏み込んでこい。
俺がやる。派手な傷跡を刻みつけてやろう。役に立つ情報を奴らに吐かせてや
Where
る。
are you going? Where are you deploying that? The fuck are you doing over there? What are you doing over
無
there?
数の心が交わるハーモニ
What are you doing over there?
ーは本気で行くよ。
聞こえた。骨は海縁に拾ってもらえ。聞こえた。取るに足らん処刑だ。立ち会う。
白露に鉱山で植え、秋分に平原で植える。思い切りお互いを感じましょう。
私の名は私を追って影に踏み込んでこ
聞こえた。
These guys can stand on range tiles. What? So if I have something
仕事始まるぞ。
deploy on the tile, I don't. Ah, okay, I can still win anyway. Okay.
生き
Cool.
残ること、それがあなたが守るべき唯一のルールですわ。
I like Arknight's story. It's just that it's so long and winded. Reading it just makes the sleep come in. Alright. Wait to sleep again and delay my awakening. I touch fate on what I cannot fear. I learn through the journey I must set out on. Mileman! There's ranged enemies here with the drone. A drone port.
「私が死んだら見舞い金でみんなに焼きじゃがいもをおごっておいて。
At least make it challenging.
Am I tripping? I have completed every strategic simulation, but I still couldn't see the H stages. I think it's a time thing, is it? I don't- That's what I thought. I'm not too sure. Anyway. Straight in the battle. Cool.
行くぞ。
Well, it's supposed to open today. I have no clue, man.
みんな助けに本気で行くよ。
Where are you going there? Okay.
誰を餌にするか決まった？あまり
接敵即戦即決する。
他は私が見る。よそに目を光らせろ。
数の心が交わるハーモニー。
Okay, that's fine.
リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。
It is. Friggin' it's being sneaky. It's deploying on tiles I can't deploy on. 6 hours. Stream, client Evan Shine. Enjoy your stay. I'm very tired today though, so I don't know. I might end stream a lot earlier than I thought.
携帯を変更中。
どうすればいいか足元を見てみなさい。どうすればいいかくらいわかるわ。私に
取るに足らん処刑だ。立ち会う価値もない。
I got this.
Eh? you can bomb me? Wow, okay.
獲物はどれですの？
What's your flight path?
ご命令の通り気をつけなさい。この海流は脆弱な命を飲み込みます。
That's fucking cool. I've been lurking since I'm helping people with a co-op event. Good luck on your stream. Thanks man, it's all good. Or Tuesday. Yeah, it's Tuesday for me as well. That's like specifically for US, right? I think the EN server follows US time. Wow, we have 120 enemies? Shit, that's so many. Ah, here we go! Lock all my units down, that's it.
私の名は私の領域を
思いっきりお互いを感じましょう。
Fucking ass go on. Oh, what a boss.
どうぞ続けて。おもちゃで遊ぶのもここまで。
Farming stage for new mats. That's the only farming stage. I'm glad I've unlocked it then. I need to max out monster's skill. I've already done skill 1 and 3. Administrator permission found. Prepare reboot process from hibernation. 3, 2, 1. Look at skill 1 can one shot those guys. Okay, good to know. Thanks. Priestess reboot diagnosis complete. Warning. Unauthorized third-party plugin found. Restore default settings. Administrator key cognition signal verified. Restoring. Vital sign detection module activated. Automatically loading repair module. Repairing. Progress. Drop rate is horrendous. I only got 1 to 2 after 6 orders. Ugh. That really sucks. I feel like they always do that for new mats though. I mean, okay, that's me coming from FGO. I don't know, is that always the case in Arknights? I don't know. Doctor. Mute? Doctor, I'm so relieved. You're finally awake. How long have I been out? The evacuation hasn't been smooth, and neural link was abruptly severed, and it's hard to maintain stability due to the information impact at the boundaries. How are you feeling, Amir? I just woke up myself. Don't worry about me. I'm doing much better thanks to Teresa's protection. Good thing you never let go of my hand, or I'd be even more worried. Don't go off on your own, Doctor. You need to stay in the emergency observation area that Dr. Kelsey set up. Emergency observation area?
Soon after we began, Dr. Kelsey cleared out an area that she is personally protecting in order to ensure our safety on Rhodes Islands.
And that's the only map that we have. Okay. I would have thought there'd be more though.
We don't want any accidents to happen when we enter Civilite Eternal.
He knew.
I started preparing cognition-based science tests as soon as I confirmed you were awake. Initial testing showed no obvious signs of damage for either of you.
Sorry, Kelsey.
Diagnosing thought isn't quite as simple as diagnosing biological tissue though. Further analysis will be required. Welcome back, Doctor.
You look
Tired. A bit distraction happened during your operation. I'll update you on the late developments later. We found potentially useful information. The first priority is to make sure that you're safe. Establishing a neural link through the Black Crown is extremely risky. I take it you've long crossed the boundary.
yes.
Then my first duty will be to ensure your cognitive stability and biological health. I won't allow the mistakes of the past to be repeated, nor will I allow the continued existence of any potential threat to your life and safety. Follow me, Doctor.
Are you angry?
You'll need to do the cognition baseline test too, Amiya. First though, get some rest. Alright, Dr. Kelsey.
Can Amiya come with me?
That's not part of my plans, Doctor. I arranged for Amiya to be tested as soon as your tests are complete. Let's go.
She angry. So the testing equipment?
A prototype that the medical department had developed. Teresa and I designed it together. But the limitations of our understanding of cognition and perception have prevented it from being put into service as a way to measure cognitive stability. Under current circumstances, however, it's the most effective method available. Go inside the isolation pod, Doctor. Relax. I've tried it myself, and it won't cause any significant physical distress.
Anything else I need to know?
No, just follow my instructions. I'll need to calibrate the machine first. Relax and do as I say. Do not hesitate. Tell me your name, Doctor. Good start. See the chronometer behind me? Count the time in silence and try to synchronize your counting with its ticking of its numbers.
Sure, what the point of this, Kelsey?
It helps reinforce your perception of reality. It's been 20 seconds. Are you feeling any discomfort?
Hard to say.
Let's continue the calibration. Are you able to continue to perceive Amiya as in your consciousness?
Yes.
Likely residue perception from the neural link being severed improperly. Continuing with the calibration. Do you agree with Rhodes Island's ideals?
Yes. Oh, are you testing me?
Good. We're almost done with the calibration. Continue. You saw her at the cognitive boundary.
So who? I mean, I assume it's probably Priestess, but let's clarify.
No need to hide it from you, Doctor. You can trust me.
A question.
Do you have doubts about the one who is like you?
Yes.
Reasonable emotion. But I cannot resolve your doubts in any way or capacity. You'll find the answer sooner or later. Maybe you've already formed your subjective opinion. It's not my place to interfere with it. But I trust you will not act contrary to Rhodes Island's interests. We're done, Doctor. Cognition baseline testing indicates that your cognitive stability remains within safe values. The rest of it is secondary.
I mean, I thought that was the calibration.
It was necessary to ensure that the data collected is accurate. I trust that you're capable of perceiving my thinking and camouflaging yourself accordingly. It will not be hard for you to fool this prototype.
Is this part of the test too, Kelsey?
The remaining checks will be complete soon, Doctor. I have time to answer a few questions. You understand, of course, that there are certain questions I am not in a position to answer.
What are the origins of Rose Island?
If you're referring to this ship, it's even older than the history known to me. In a sense, it's the carrier of hope, hence the comprehensive protective systems capable of supporting our every operation in terror. It is thanks to the initial design that it has survived the most brutal challenges with its core structure intact. We have yet to discover its full potential. However, I remain cautious about trying to unlock this potential in its entirety.
You seem nervous, Kelsey.
Current uncertainty is not the only reason why you're nervous.
I never sensed such complex emotions from you.
I'm not the one getting tested.
You see your reflection in the window, almost as though you were still standing with Kelsey. You look at your own reflected image. Cannot help recalling the figure at the boundary who treated the construct with such kindness. Your gaze turns towards Kelsey.
Why you look at me like this, Doctor?
Did you also put your utter trust in me?
I still do. You've proven yourself. Whatever you see at the boundary, Doctor, belongs to a past that is dead and gone. It is enough that you and Rhodes Island are walking in the proper path. You and I, we both have the right to our subjective definition of this relationship that exists between us. You don't need to be concerned about how I view you. Not before, not now, not ever. I respect your understanding of our cooperation.
Sorry, Kelsey.
I'm apologizing for my and Armia's reckless sections.
I know what to do next.
I just have one more question, Kelsey. Perhaps it will be our blessing. And the final gift of hope.
Seem to sense good intentions behind those words.
It means blessing and gift.
You guided us to that one.
Whatever it was, there is nothing fake about your trust.
And we have a lot of work to do.
Regular shaped iridium crystals emerges in the space. A short curved line appears on the corner of the crystal. Line expands its surface, then to a perfectly smooth sphere. It is an eye that observes this dimension. All it does is record all that it sees. The organ that makes decisions has not fully escaped the iridium. Until now. Dr. Kelsey has determined that there are no major issues with me. She was concerned about whether I was subject to any shock during the neural link.
She must have her concerns.
We should get on with analyzing the formulas that you retrieved. Like I said, the abnormalities of Priestess persist. It's very likely that we'll be getting even more anomalies in short order.
It hasn't been restored?
Closure has been trying, to little avail. Deployment of the backup command system has begun, but it'll take time to synchronize it across all equipment and individuals. As for the information you brought back from the boundary, I can help you decipher it. Do you understand its meaning? I'll have to see the formulas in their entirety to be sure.
You and Armia attempt to reconstruct the words and formulas written upon the rest of the corridor by memory, written in a language that you do not understand.
Based on a context, I believe I can fill the blanks here. Largely accurate. There are some small errors here and there. Let me fix them.
It's like putting together a jigsaw puzzle.
Thankfully you were able to remember the last parts, but I didn't have time to.
That should do. Do you understand the meaning, Kelsey?
The heretofore unnamed model, the origins of which may be traced to a project by the name of Slumber Bridge. It was a radical project that attempted to employ a self-trustworthy model in order to combine all possible realities and tangible, organic life into a single meta-reality.
basically iridium, right?
The project was ultimately a failure, and the experiments on digitizing matter were the predecessor to process subsequent research, including this model. It has proven to be incredibly efficient at reducing the loss of meta information during transmission through special mediums and increasing data transmission efficiency.
Iridium?
Now you're getting to the heart of the matter, Doctor. Iridium is the medium used for information collection. It reformats the information and continues to propagate until its mission is accomplished. This model, likely the one used by Iridium itself, could lead to major breakthroughs in Iridium research and neuropathy treatment. I will decipher this information for classified archiving. Until its risks and uses are ascertained, however, it must not appear in any blueprint or storage medium that exists in reality.
Can you get it done as soon as possible?
Do you have something in mind, Doctor?
Do you remember the Iridium arc?
The project that Logos and Mechanist proposed after the war in Victoria? Boosting the adaptability and combatability of the elite operators in higher Iridium environments with the use of external equipment. A radical idea, and a difficult one to achieve. The current version, developed 2 years ago, represents the limit of what we are able to achieve.
Now we've discovered a new possibility.
It's an excellent opportunity. At the very least, it will allow elite operators to deal with the Iridium threat with greater ease. I will need your help in the decipherment process, Doctor.
Thanks for the barrier. Lifesaver. You sure that our Iridium circuit has been properly set?
I've checked it 3 times. Shouldn't fail.
Semantical deviation. The circuit conforms to the simulations. There should not have been any error. How about another possibility? It's not we wrong? There are no flaws in the blueprint produced by Doctor and Dr. Kelsey. The incantation simulation is effective. What I mean is that there's something wrong with the material used in the Iridium arc itself. I seem to remember that Closure has kept some good stuff in the warehouse. Bad idea. We've made enough of a mess in the engineering department as it is. We're doing it on the orders of Dr. and Dr. Kelsey.
But how do we validate its effectiveness? Assuming the safety is assured, there's one ideal candidate for testing.
Doesn't feel like there's been any real change in strength. How about you go harder, kid?
It's not entirely up to me. Radiant? According to the statute of experiment, I can only increase the synchronization between the Iridium arc and Rosmontus in steps. It's not just to protect you, Blaze. It's also to protect Rosmontus as well.
Of course, I know.
I just wanted to test its limits as soon as possible, because Dr. Kelsey said it was urgent.
How about you, kid?
I can control it. No problem. I'll keep the risks in check. Radiant, be ready to override the Iridium circuit at any moment and disconnect Rosmontus' control. Nothing keeps one on edge like working with you. How long will it take to finish the preparations, Dr. Kelsey? Assuming that the Doctor and I complete the decipherment as quickly as possible and isolate a functional technical blueprint.
36 hours.
It's cutting things too tight. There are numerous key points in this technology that are virtually impossible for us to achieve. The surest way to fail is to not try. With the Black Crown, I should be able to help. We must explore any avenue to gain an advantage for our talent. Perhaps it will make an impact in the not so distant future.
Quarters feels like she has slept for a long time. Her gaze is lost in the stars of deep space. They offer no guidance as to where home is. She refuses to give up until she falls asleep from exhaustion.
Then, the light rouses her, and she opens her eyes. There is no one around her. You are lost. It has been a long time since this place has seen a new visitor. You're the last survivor of a ruined planet. The voice of Raiders' daughter? Why? In any case, welcome. Come, seek me. She remembers this scene. She should have died after disintegrating, but light rushed into her eyes again. She came to this place, the domain of the gods. It all happened again. How could this be? She looks out of the porthole in terror and sees the dead planet. Roaming through the ship, she encounters that being by the name of Raiders' daughter once again, and the presence that gazes upon death, alone in deep space. Every trace that she was ever here has disappeared. No. No, no. Am I still dreaming? This is not a dream. That's not reality either. You're looking for me, weren't you? Dakota sees a hand reach out towards her and take hers. Like the hand that held hers when she disintegrated. She saw God. Oh, it's a boss stage! Okay. Experience theory phenomenal. Greatly increased defense. Blocks on both sides. And that's a lot of band tiles. Ah, she. That is a lot of band tiles. Give this a shot then. Which two is though?
私が死んだら見舞金でみんなに焼きじゃがいもをおごっておいて。
Yeah, those foster area boys aren't gonna be able to do shit on the right side. So let's cut Yato. Go do for the right side.
急げ。武器と道具は全部持ったか。急げ。武器と道具は全部持ったか。頭数は二の次だ。
Guess I could do it like that. Okay. Give it a shot. What will we call it after this one though? I'm assuming there is story after this as well. There should be.
ここっていい景色だね。本気で行くよ。
恐怖を隠せないわ。誰を餌にするか決まった？無数の心が交わるハーモニー。
Okay, over there. Oh, you're not blocking off that tile. Good. Be very annoying if you did that.
モンスター座標についた。
Oh, I can't. Oh, okay, okay.
リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。
I can't put this on range tiles. Thought I could. I can't, but that's a different story.
こういう時のザクロちゃんのツヤはたまらないよね。通信に接続した。ドクタ
Ah,
ー、
fuck.
指示を。
Oh, you son of a bitch.
本気で行くよ。冷静、皮と肉から吸い上げる。
あまり待たせないで。
戦場って本当にご無沙汰な言葉よ。最適な耐えろ。少しチクッとするかもしれない。本当に洞窟より草が生える。荒れ地は送電となる。どっちがやるかここで分からせてやる。わあ、みんなこっち来て。生から死へと遡る。奏でましょう、夕日へこのね。前の釘付けにしてやる。
Fuck, guys, stealing my ops. You bitch.
みんなこっち来て。君もああ、自分の血でむせるなんてやめてよね。わかった。リングガイオンなんてただの紙くずよ。あんたが何をしたいか知ってるわ。私をここに派遣するのがあんたが頭をついてないわね。今日の貧乏くじはあんたよ。奏でましょう、星々と共に歌いましょう。君もああ、自分の血でむせるなんて。みんなこっち来て。頼みは何て自分の摂理を乱してはならない。生命は晴れがよし、悟空は雨がよし。耳をすま思い切り真の像から湧き上がる。みんなこっち来て。冷静になる。ああ、みんなこっち来て。わあ、見ちゃうところだった。
Hey, these guys are being annoying.
これは何も起きてない。
悪くなかったね。この瞬間は記憶に収めておくよ。
Okay. No story after that. Continue on the next one. Yeah, might as well. Henceforth all will be me, and no one will be me. I will be you, and you will not know it. Your dream shall be my awakening. DP regen rate is decreased. We only have one blue box here, so... Preston does not understand why his daughter chose this as their meeting place. It's no vacation spot. Too much sand in one's shoes. I should take a break. He sits on a dune and removes his shoes, only for the wind to send the sand he pours out into his face. It's most undignified. Why am I in full dress? Why did she ask me to come here? There's no answer on the radio. He wanders aimlessly on the yellow sands, calling his daughter's name. No one answers until night has fallen. Party. He follows the sound to find the camp in the dunes in the distance, filled with lights and ribbons. He hears his daughter's familiar laughter, and runs towards her in joy. You made it to my wedding, Dad! Preston almost cries at the sight of the golden hair. Been looking for you so long, my sunshine. This is your wedding? Of course. Ceremony's about to start. Let's go. We'll walk the red carpet, arm in arm. Give me your blessings, Dad. Preston tries to take her arm, but he cannot reach it. Will you not give me your blessing? No. No, that's not what I meant. Will you not give me your blessing? Sunshine? You did not want us to see the truth of the stars. You are not my sunshine. Have I left home? I remember this bunker. Preservation room. You will not answer any more of my questions? Kristen. Dear Kristen. I've heard of you. No, I've seen you. No. How did I know you? I've never known you. The devil turned off the lights. Damn it. Why have you imprisoned me here? Closure. Is this another one of your damn jokes? Preston realizes that he is buried in the photos that fill the room. A volume of a complete bestiary of terror. Bestiary? Covers his camera module. Are they even photos? He's never visited places in them, nor could he ever. There are only fragmented images on the countless photos. Sand dune, on fire, camp, golden hair, and the preservation room where the sun does not shine. Dream. Preston dreamed. Preston 3 dreamed. He printed his own dream. It should not be possible for me to dream. Did Closure upload a new firmware without telling me? I don't have time to argue with you right now, Mr. Friston. I guarantee you the strongest possible terms that I have not uploaded any firmware that could have caused you to dream. The priestess anomalies are getting out of control. It will take time to deploy the backup command system. All the work has to be assigned manually. I wish I had 6 or 7 pairs of eyes. We've completely lost contact with some areas and we have no idea what's going on. Relax, Closure. I'm not trying to argue with you. I just want to make sure that all possibilities for my unusual malfunctions are accounted for. We've eliminated firmware bugs and hardware malfunctions as possibilities. Then... what is it? Answer me, Closure. This is important. What is the energy source that powers my core? Huh? Reginium, of course. Are the majority of your retrofitted operation platforms Originium powered? Your tone is starting to scare me, Mr. Friston. What are you trying to say? You're a genius, Closure. Excellent thinking, cutting off the link between retrofitted operation platforms and Priestess. That's not enough, not by a long shot. Huh? What's going on? Why are things shaking? Girl was awakened by the continuous flashing. She looks out of the porthole, but sees nothing unusual outside. Looks like a nice day. No sign of rain. Maybe someone was training noisily outside? Priestess comms are still down. Looks like today's assignment is still on the isolation zone outside the ship. I should report to Orchid. Morning. Hey, where did everybody go? It's so quiet. Where is Orchid? I can't reach her. I should check the cafeteria. The cafeteria's this way. Girl's sleepy eyes are only half open, but she could find her way from the deck to the cafeteria even if they were completely shut. That's how well she knows Rose Island. Oh, wow! Ouch, that hurts. She is tripped by a toolbox from the engineering department left in the corridor. I thought engineering was done with working in this area. So careless. She kneels down to rub her knee, which doesn't hurt as much anymore, then puts her scattered tools and boxes away to the sides of the corridor. That light again. What? Gus stands up and looks to the porthole next to her. She sees many strange people. Who are they? New visitors? The other side of the porthole is supposed to be the deck. Are these people lost? She walks briskly through the corridor, but begins to slow down as she becomes increasingly confused. Why do I see them on every porthole? Oh shit, the Originium is doing mind tricks! I can... This is Popka. Seems like communication is still down. I don't know if I'm getting through to you. Are you seeing anything weird? There's no response from the communicator. When true destruction on me, powerless. Equal end. Are they talking? I can't hear. The mission comes first. Maybe Orchid is already waiting for me in the isolation zone outside. Left turn here. Go straight, then push the door open. Then the exit passage. Let me get to the ground first. Your reliable mind tricks. I think I'm here. Girl turns around to look at the exit passage that she came out of, only to find that it has disappeared.
Kafka, we were looking for you. Everyone else is here. There's something wrong. Orchid, is the exit passage here? What exit passage? Operators receiving this message. Do not trust Robert's Island awake. Communications blocked. Repeat. Warning. Closure? Nani? What's going on? It's been corrupted by Original. Sorry, little fella. Can't let you hurt anyone else. Why'd you attack us? I'm not sure what's going on, but something must be wrong with this ship. You went missing for a while, and this is what became of you when you came back. Besides, the structure of the ship seems to be changing. I can hardly find my way. It's such a strange feeling. It's like the ship is. Like it's alive. Stop! You're triggered by trauma! No. Are we being attacked? Impossible. We had set up an isolation zone around Arknights Island. We should have gotten a warning of any enemies that approached. Unless the enemy was from within. I'm not sure. We're in the command center, but we're not getting any information about what's going on out anywhere in the ship. No response from Dr. Kalsu or any of the elite operators to our messages either. Let's get everyone together, then we can think about how to deal with this. Okay, I'll protect you. What is... Conveniently looks like reunion.
寺の隅々まで赴くのよ。
You ever thought that the name Reunion can also be interpreted as assimilation? Okay.
Doctor, ここってリンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。
この程度の戦いですし、余力を残すことをお許しください。絶望の匂いまでカムフラージュできない。
進め。
Oh, you're already deploying on tiles, you son of a bitch! It will look bad. Stupid hand is doing it again.
果てない声の重なりで生まれるシンフォニー。待機中。携帯を
needs to come down
変
now.
更中。リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。
ドルにトラン処刑だ。
誰かが気づく前にあなたの死体を影に沈めてあげる。どうすればいいかくらいわかるわ。私に命令しないで。
カゲスが捕らえさせない。
わあ、みんなこっち来て。
記憶に残る私を追って影に。
夕日にこの熱すまない、力を入れすぎた。わあ、見ちゃうところだった。
Bounces like that. Okay, it's not getting to Escalon.
I got this.
Where are you going?
A tooth for a tooth.
誰を餌にするか君足元を見ていなさい。
An eye for an eye. Don't move!
記憶に残る私を追って影に
思い切りお互いを感じましょう。
あまり待たせない。
Oh, there's a fucking samurai blade thingobob. He's here too. Okay. I mean, that's fine.
獲物はどれですね。
Nah, that's going getting killed.
通信にせ変える。少しチクッとするかもしれない。
A tooth for... Don't move!
私の名は闇の奥底だ。
An eye for an eye.
私の領域を
後悔があるのならそれを抱きましょう。
Mission accomplished.
Backup power unlighting it. The junction box broke. Try cutting off that damaged circuit. Maybe short circuit protection is still kicking in. Oh, Nick, restart. No. I was like, every time I hear it, I just get like an immediate shock. I'm just like, what? What was that? Put your feet. You can see. Luck. The Iridium crystals all appeared in an instant. Still no word from anyone else. Comms are still jammed. Even the emergency frequencies are out. Baffle stock. Yeah, that's probably it, right? I have even worse news. For some reason, Rhodes Island is currently headed northwest at maximum speed. At this rate, it's only a matter of time before we collide with a mobile mining platform. We must eliminate all possible dangers along the course, protect the ship from the outsiders, and prevent collateral damage. Let's get out of here and check our vehicle inventory at the bad guy's cabin. Space around here has been transformed. Existing maps are no longer reliable. Stay close to me. Something wrong? They're coming again. Hardly had he finished when an arrow whooshed through the air. Missed. There is no answer. Dormai? Sharp turns around to see that the door to the restaurant has turned into a metal wall, crawling with Iridium. Oh boy! But it's not Stormai standing behind him. Is that it? Communication's still out. I wonder how the others are doing. Pith gazes at the communicator silently with furrowed brow. The footsteps disappear into the distance. But the fallen Iridium entities rise again, moving in perfect unison, striding over the damaged communicator on the ground. Operators receiving this message. Do not trust. Communications blocked. Rhodes Island awake. Awake? Watch the sides. Strange. These things aren't dying. Scorn points her sleeve blade towards a wavering shadow not far away. Silhouettes manifest from the shadows like ghosts, every step accompanied by the sound of crystals cracking. The clothes they wear, reunion, and Aksara's too. Nothing can surprise me now. Their bodies are composed entirely of Regime. We cannot rely on past experience. Guess we'll have to improvise. We can't just stay here. We'll have to find where these things came from. The intention of these enemies is unclear, as is the situation on the Doctor's side. If Army is with the Doctor, no need to worry. We continue with our mission, ascertaining the source of the abnormal events. If this is what Kelsey is guarding against, then these things must follow the command of some unknown actor. Communications is still out. We can't reach anyone else. I wonder if the other are the operators. Excellent. As they pass by the Iridium crystals, Misery catches a glimpse of a fleeting image in the multifaceted reflections of the crystals. Did I just see Outcast? Black. A sharp claw separates itself from the surface of the Iridium crystal. Then curled horns, rugged silhouette, and spiked tail. This creature is not unfamiliar to Rhodes Island's battle records, but never has it been composed solely of Iridium. As a never before seen form of life takes its first step, an arrow impales its throat and shatters its skull. Safe, for now. Stormeye leans against the wall and pauses to catch his breath, before tending to his wounds. At least it won't hinder me in battle. Sharp, come in, Sharp. Can you hear me? If you hear me, leave a sign somewhere. Anywhere you can. I'll come find you. Damn it. Stormeye, careful. Sharp, what's your location? Engaging Whitesmith. Stop. Wait for me. Assist. Paging machines rush into the corridor, the light in their eyes flashing in sync. Their simple voice units repeat a call for help, defying the limitations of their design. Not now. Stormeye's arrow pierces the core of the two machines, unerring accuracy. Then he makes a run for it, not pausing to look back. At least 30. Book. Two virtually identical corridors extend as far as Stormeye's eye could see. Pathways within Rhodes Island are still undergoing constant haphazard changes. No one knows to which fates the diverging corridors lead. The rampaging machines are catching up. Lost and unexpected. Rhodes Island is not ready. If there is such a thing as being ready for her. However, something is clearly not right with her as well. She will not resort to such inefficient means otherwise. This may be our last chance to gain the upper hand. Bear away, monster. Don't get stuck in a fight. Time is of the essence. The passage before Kelsey changes again, in an attempt to lead her astray. But the warping of space does not affect Kelsey. She can still sense her target, the sarcophagus of Doctor. The information is etched into the bottommost layer of her memory. Stop. Eliminate all threats that approach the sarcophagus. By me time. Once again she stands before the familiar sarcophagus. Once she awoke the hope that slumbered within, only to find pain that could not be easily swiped away. Now it is their last hope. I can't guarantee this is going to work, monster. I won't just sit around and watch a fighting chance slip away. Kelsey walks towards the sarcophagus and places a white flower on top of it. This is her legacy. Little did she know at the time that it was fire stolen from the gods. We must all challenge those higher beings and fight for a chance to live. If something goes wrong, monster, act on your own discretion. He enters the sarcophagus.
The interference is really bad. Not only am I not getting any signals, Iridium arts will also be suppressed by the environment. Think.
Radiant.
This signal profile. Priestess? Closure, but the terminal still shows disconnected.
Track me. Radiant tracks the faint signal to an unexpected source.
Dr. Kelsey? How? No matter how you did it, you need to... No, you can't stop now. Thank you, Dr. Kelsey. I know what to do now. This is Radiant speaking. With assistance, I've been able to establish a temporary electromagnetic communications environment. Intel provided by Dr. Kelsey indicates that the abnormal events currently occurring on Rhodes Island originate from the core area known as the Abyss. You are now receiving a briefing about the Abyss. All elite operators are asked to locate the Abyss, while making every effort to ensure your own safety. I repeat, locate the Abyss, but do not approach without permission. Maintain constant communication at all times. Do your duty, elite operators. Dr. Kelsey will be your eyes.
Kelsey? Thanks. This is Pith calling into all combat effective operators. Report.
We're still trying to stop these things, but they just keep coming.
We lack the means to completely neutralize these hostile Iridium entities. Survival is your first priority. Any injured personnel are to immediately disengage and seek assistance from touch.
Kelsey, what have you done this time? Dr. Warfarin, look out! These things can't hurt me for now, but there are too many of them. It's not easy trying to protect everyone. Radiant's intel indicates that these things can't be killed.
Hell, are these things even alive? Have Dr. Touch and Dr. Kelsey run into these monsters too?
Protect yourself. We're not as weak as you think.
What I wouldn't do for a chance to take you apart, piece by piece, and find out for sure whether your monsters can die.
Get clear, Chloe!
The Iridium entities continue to rush towards Warfarin, to successfully penetrate her defenses. They raise their hands towards Chloe, then stop. Their motion is not one of aggression, more like an invitation to the patient in front of them, one who is so close to death's door.
Get back! Don't touch them! But I can hear him screaming. It's like those pained voices are etched into my mind. We're very alike.
Chloe takes the hand of the Iridium entity. Her eyes are filled with sorrow. Immediate assimilation!
Why don't you hurt me? Are we the same? Is it because of your infection? Symptoms we've never seen before. Iridium is changing. That's why your condition progressed quicker than expected. Does this mean I can help you find a way to deal with them? I want to try. I want to help you. I don't want to disappoint you, or let Dr. Touch or Dr. Kelsey get hurt.
Fern repels the Iridium entity in front of Chloe and stands before her patient in a defensive posture.
Do you understand what it is you're offering? I don't, but I'm not afraid.
as fast as you say, don't I? We got sidetracked by the changes to the deck plan. Luckily, Dr. Kelsey and Radian were able to re-establish communications. Who knows what else I would have run into. You mentioned Whitesmith over the radio? One instant she was inviting me to drink and dance in front of her fire. Next instant she was gone, having only a bunch of Iridium-polluted machines crawling out of the furnace to attack me. Hallucination. I can tell what's real and what's not, Stormeye. What's happening here is beyond anything I can comprehend. Not that I'm the only one who's seeing strange things. Iridium formations are growing at a visible pace. They thought they knew Iridium well enough, but now the facets of the crystals threaten to draw their very minds in. Stormeye narrows his eyes. He sees Sharp's mouth moving, but his ears hear nothing. All is quiet. Soon he cannot even hear his own heartbeat. The expression he sees on Sharp's face changes. The next instant, all sound disappears from Rhodes Island, leaving only dead silence in the communications channel that Radiant established. Don't fall behind, Stormeye. He sees familiar figures, men who were once brothers to him. He has been reunited with the brothers from his wandering days, but they died long ago. Stop it, Ron. Stop. Stop it, Priestess. That beer we looted is gonna get warm if you don't drink it quick. What are you so worried about? Yeah, the rocks have gotten into my throat. I can still drink. Haven't got my tongue yet. You really want to go with those people? Suit yourself. I'd shed any tears for you if you died on that Rhodes Island. But sit a while longer by the fire before you go. The moons are almost up. Don't you want to see them? He had yearned for a peaceful parting with his brothers. Right now, all Stormeye feels is anger. At the same time, on the other side of Rhodes Island. Where are you going? You've already found me, Ascalon. There's no need to go any further. Only a timely push by Misery saved Ascalon from the flying Iridium shrapnel. I haven't settled our bet yet, Misery. Don't get distracted. Look, I still have 4 rounds left in my gun. Iridium is growing rampant, and the appearances of the mysterious Iridium enemies are ever more frequent, accompanied by illusions that they cannot help but be distracted by. The very place itself is trying to drive them out. Ascalon wants to reach Radiant, to tell her that the Abyss has been located. But the Iridium drowns out all sound. The deathly silence is a mystery, a tomb made of lead, threatening to drag Rhodes Island into an abyss from which there is no escape. This is Mantra. I've spoken to Dr. Kelsey. I will not suffer this mockery of memory and emotion. Every operator on Rhodes Island hears Mantra's voice in their head. It is her Iridium arts, the power and fury of which all of them can sense. If it tries to stop us with silence, then I will be the voice that connects us. Now, I return your voices to you. It's Mantra. She's sharing the information that the others have collected. Ascalon and Misery are close to the Abyss. They've sent over the Abyss's signal profile to Radiant. We'll be able to trace it even if the spatial environment changes again. They are currently holding position, helping Radiant establish an information anchor based on their own biosignals. Any reinforcements? Blaze and Rose monsters are on their way. It won't take long. I'm worried about Dr. Kelsey too, Doctor. Radiant's information indicates that Dr. Kelsey is in a dangerous predicament. Regroup at Ascalon and Misery's position. Then we'll work together to find a way through the Abyss. We won't make Kelsey wait too long. Yeah, we're able to maintain communications thanks to Radiant and Mantra's arts. This puts a lot of stress on both of them. Time is of the essence, Doctor. Let's go. Carefully lead Amiya through a forest of Iridium shards. The ability to precisely predict when and where explosions will occur is a major advantage. Focus on the path ahead. fail to notice the little detail in the massive crystal formation that you just passed. It is not your figures that are reflected in the smooth surface of the originating crystal. A quartus girl with her back to you, her thin, fragile hand held by another, just like you and Armia right now. Ooh, Julian is showing visions, memories. Ooh. You found me. You have many questions. I will wait for you. Don't worry about Priestess. It is simply carrying out the duty that we conferred on it. I never permitted it to harm you. I realized that was a terminal change thing. The city. So. Edit assistant. Edit just. Okay. Doesn't seem like it. Oh. Well, I think I'm probably gonna call it a day today. I'm tired. We made some good progress, and I can farm for the mats, so I'm gonna do some of that. GG guys, thanks guys for joining. Thanks Max, Ipa, and Massimos, if you guys are still here. Back on Thursday with more Arknights. We're gonna keep going through the story. Thanks for the follow, Clyde. Shine. Alright, I'll see you guys later.